All right, joining me right now with more on all this, economic advisor to President Ronald Reagan, Mr. Art Laffer. Hello, sir.
Hello, Trish. How are you?
I'm good. I am good. All right, where to begin? First of all, it sounds like they're sounding a more optimistic tone on this economy, but with that optimism comes increased rate hikes and a greater number of them, shall we say. So you get the market sort of hanging on here, down 120, trying to digest everything that they just heard. But how do you interpret it, Art?
I think it's great. I think the Fed is correct. They're moving in the right direction. I think rates should be hiked. I mean, I think we should be back to normal market rates where the Fed doesn't really intervene and doesn't really control rates. And that's where they're moving, and I think that's the right thing to do. And I think the Fed should be congratulated, and especially on recognizing the forecast that things are getting a lot better. And they will continue to get better unless we have a trade war.
Oh, okay. Well, your friend Larry's there now, right? So we should be avoiding that at all costs.
Yes, we should be avoiding.
Well, you bring up something interesting, and look, the Fed, as you heard Jennifer point out, they also said we're doing okay provided there isn't a trade war. They think that
yes,
we can handle the likes of aluminum tariffs, that we can handle steel tariffs. What we can't handle is a full-on tit-for-tat actual trade war. Let me ask you, though, because you have, along with Larry Kudlow and Steve Moore, you published a piece quite recently that was calling on the president to avoid this kind of rhetoric that we have, in fact, seen. Now your good friend Larry is there as his top economic advisor. So how do you square that with where you stand, where Larry has historically stood?
Well, I love it that Larry's there. Larry's the best economic advisor Trump could get. He's just phenomenal, and I think his job will be to just talk with the president and get it done. So I feel much better with Larry there, but I still am very much of a free trader. I do understand the president's position that this is a negotiating strategy. I can understand it totally and completely. It's not the type of thing I do or understand really well, but it sure as heck seems to be working with NAFTA, and it might well work with China as well. And if it does, God bless him, we'll get better trade agreements and we'll have free trade. So that'll be the best of all possible worlds.
So let me just back up here, because yes, we could stand to get some better trade agreements, right?
Yes, we could. We sure could.
They're awful. Really working for both sides. But you know, the economist viewpoint oftentimes on this, Art, is that it doesn't entirely matter. I mean, that's sort of historically what we've heard, that you know,
at times
that we get lower prices as a result of not having these tariffs, and consumers would see a higher price. I'm just trying to sort of go back to your roots, which I don't entirely agree with. I actually think that we do need to revise a lot of these trade agreements right now.
Oh,
and
I do
think it's caused us to take a hard look at it. Go ahead.
I agree with you completely on the trade agreements are really lousy. I was very involved in TPP. It was terrible. All the non-tariff barriers were taken off the table. Currency manipulation was taken off the table. Those agreements are really awful. The question is, do you threaten a trade war in order to bring them to the negotiating table? Well, and it may well be the right strategy. It may be the right strategy. It surely worked with NAFTA, but it scares the heck out of me, Trish, because if it doesn't work and they do go to a trade war, the consequences would be ugly for everyone.
I agree with that.
Yeah,
I think
so
that
you and I are in the same boat.
They'd be uglier for China, though. Art, we are their number one customer. We have a tremendous amount of leverage.
But we're not better off if China is worse off. We aren't. We really aren't. I was the first American to go to China in 1970 with George Shultz and John Ehrlichman. We did the pre-Kissinger trip in modern times. And, you know, China then was one of the most poverty-stricken places on the planet. Mm-hmm. And now it has grown. It has reduced poverty by more than all humanity in all time. It's been amazing growth.
But if
our enemy is not China.
Now, well, maybe not now. But the concern is, you say ever. I mean, if it becomes the most powerful economy in the world, and it certainly has the potential to be that, by stealing our intellectual property and stealing our technology, which it has done, then where do we wind up?
Well, this is what they have to go and negotiate the laws in China to stop those practices from occurring. That's true. But threatening a trade war, I don't think is the right strategy.
What else would you do?
Follow it.
Would you have TPP 2.0?
I would sit there and I would go and I'd negotiate with the Chinese on doing it. But I'm not a president, and thank God I'm not. I wasn't elected, and I don't have to deal with this. But trade wars, I know what happens when trade wars occur, and it's always very ugly for both parties.
Art, what would Reagan have done about China?
I don't know.
You were his economic advisor. Come on, give us some insight.
We had some pretty free trade stuff with China. We started NAFTA, as you know, under Reagan. We did a lot of free trade. Now, we did put on tariff barriers on steel from Japan. We did do that, and I think Reagan later on regretted that he had done that. But we did do that during the time, and Reagan was very much of a free trader, but he isn't the negotiator he wasn't the negotiator that Donald Trump is. Donald Trump is the master at negotiations, and he says time and again he's for free trade. He's just using this to get the negotiations started, and if that's true, I back him 100% of the way.